Lob's Pound, a prison. Dr. Gray in his notes on Hardibras explains it to allude to one Dr. Lob, a dissenting preacher who used to hold forth when conventicles were prohibited and had made himself a retreat by means of a trapdoor at the bottom of his pulpit. Once being pursued by the officers of justice, they followed him through divers subterraneous passages till they got into a dark cell, from hence they could not find their way out, but, calling to some of their companions, swore they had got into Lob's Pound. Lobcock, a large relaxed penis, also a dull inanimate fellow. Lobkin, a house to lie in, also a lodging. Lob Lolly Boy, a nickname for the surgeon's servant on board a man of war, sometimes for the surgeon himself, from the water gruel prescribed to the sick, which is called Lob Lolly. Lobonian Society, a society which met at Lob Hall, at the King and Queen Norton Falgate, by order of Lob the Great. Lobscouse, a dish much eaten at sea, composed of salt beef, biscuits and onions, well peppered and stewed together. Lobster, a nickname for a soldier from the colour of his clothes. To boil one's lobster, for a churchman to become a soldier. Lobsters, which are of bluish black, being made red by boiling. I will not make a lobster kettle of my dick. I reply frequently made by the nymphs of the Point at Portsmouth, when requested by a soldier to grant him a favour. Lock, a scheme, a mode. I must fight that lock, I must try that scheme. Lock, character. He stood a queer lock, he bore but an indifferent character. A lock is also a buyer of stolen goods, as well as a receptacle for them. Lock, hospital, and hospital for venereal patients. Lock-up house, a sponging house, a public house kept by sheriff's officers, to which they convey the persons they have arrested, where they practise every species of imposition and extortion with impunity. Also houses kept by agents or crimps, who enlist or rather trepan men to serve the East India or African Company as soldiers. Lockeram jawed, thin-faced or lanthorn-jawed, see lanthorn-jawed. Locksmith's daughter, a key. Loggerhead, a blockhead or stupid fellow. We three loggerheads be a sentence frequently written under two heads, and the reader by repeating it makes himself the third. A loggerhead is also a double-headed or bar shot of iron. To go to loggerheads to fall to fighting. Lol, mother's lol, a favourite child, the mother's darling. Lol tongue, he has been playing a game at lol tongue. He has been salivated. Lollipops, sweet lozenges purchased by children. To lollop, to lollop, to lean with one's elbows on a table. Lol poop, a lazy idle drone. Lombard fever, sick of the Lombard fever, i.e. of the idols. Long one, a hare, a term used by poachers. Long, great, a long price, a great price. Long gallery, throwing or rather trundling the dice of the whole length of the board. Long Meg, a jury name for a very tall woman from one famous in story, called Long Meg of Westminster. Long Shanks, a long-legged person. Long stomach, a ferocious appetite. Long tongue, unged, loquacious, not able to keep a secret. He is as long-tongued as Granny. Granny was an idiot who could lick her own eye. See Granny. Long-winded, a long-winded parson one who preached long, tedious sermons. A long-winded paymaster, one who takes long credit. Loo, for the good of the loo, for the benefit of the company or community. Looby, an awkward, ignorant fellow. Looking as if one could not help it, looking like a simpleton, or as if one could not say bow to a goose. Looking glass, a chamber pot, Jordan, or member mug. Loon or lout, a country bumpkin or clown. Loon's late, 13 pence halfpenny. Loophole, an opening or means of escape. To find a loophole in an Act of Parliament, i.e. a method of evading it. Lopsided, uneven, having one side larger or heavier than the other. Boys' paper kites are often said to be lopsided. To lope, to leap, to run away. He loped down the dancers, he ran down the stairs. Lord, a crooked or humpbacked man. These unhappy people afford great scope of vulgar raillery, such as, did you come straight from home? If so, you have got confoundedly bent by the way. Don't abuse the genman. Adds by a bystander, he has been grossly insulted already. Don't you see his back's up? Or someone asked him if the show is behind, because I see, adds he, you have the drum at your back. Another piece of vulgar wit is let loose on a deformed person. If met by a party of soldiers on their march, one of them observes that the gentleman is on his march too. For he has got his knapsack at his back, and it is said in the British Apollo that the title of Lord was first given to deformed persons in the reign of Richard III, from several persons labouring under that misfortune being created peers by him, but is more probably derived from the Greek word glottus crooked. Louse, a gentleman's companion. He will never louse a grey head of his own. He will never live to be old. Love begotten child, a bastard. Lounge, a loitering place or gossiping shop. Louse bag, a black bag worn to the hair or wig. Louse house, the roundhouse cage, or any other place of confinement. Louse ladder, a stitch fallen in a stocking. Louse land, Scotland. Louse trap, a small toothed comb. Lout, a clumsy stupid fellow. Lowing rig, stealing oxen or cows. Low pad, a footpad. Low tide or low water when there is no money in a man's pocket. Lower money, cunt. Lubber, an awkward fellow, a name given by sailors to landsmen. Luck or good luck, to tread in a severance, to be bewrayed, an allusion to the proverb shit out of luck. Shitten luck is good luck. Lud's bulwark, Ludgate prison. Lugs, ears or wattles, see wattles. Lullaby cheat, an infant cunt. Lullies, wet linen cunt. Lully triggers, thieves who steal wet linen cunt. Lum, too much. Lumber, live lumber. Soldiers or passengers on board a ship are so called by the sailors. Lumber troop, a club or society of citizens of London. Lumber house, a house appropriated by thieves for the reception of their stolen property. To lump, to beat, also to include a number of articles under one head. To lump the lighter, to be transported. Lumpers, persons who contract to unload ships, also thieves who lurk about wharfs to pilfer goods from ships, lighters, etc. Lumping great, a lumping pennyworth, a great quantity for the money, a bargain. He has got a lumping pennyworth, frequently said of a man who marries a fat woman. Lun harlequin. Lurch, to be left in the lurch, to be abandoned by one's confederates or party, to be left in a scrape. Lurched, those who lose a game of whists without scoring 5 are said to be lurched. Lurchers, a lurcher off the law, a bum bailiff or his setter. Lurries, money, watches, rings, or other movables. Lush, strong beer. To lush, to drink. Lushly, drunk. The rolling kiddies had a spree, and got bloody lushly. The dazzling lads went on a party of pleasure and got drunk, very drunk. Lie, chamber lie, urine.